kimbizwa kwa muda inafaa na tuwakro na timeline, kwa sababu tuko na 4465 units zenye tunatarajia hii mwaka na tutaziand over hii mwaka kulingana na ile plan yenye wako nayo na timelines. Pia Your Excellency, kuna hapa mali zone C na D zenye tulicompile na tukafanya enumeration, tukahesabu watu hapo hivi over 15,000 people wenye wanagojea kurelocatiwa, and then they pave way kwa construction site yenye sasa tunasema hiyo ndio itakuwa kitega uchumi ya Soweto area, kwa sababu hiyo ndio itakuwa the largest construction site Kibera. So in total, Your Excellency, kwa zone yetu tuko na over 20,000 families zenye zina benefit na zenye zitakuja kubenefit kwa hii mradi ya affordable housing project hapo Kibera. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Na kwanza, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Your Excellency.
Sijaonana na mwaka huu.
Aki tumezungukana na wewe mara mingi.
Sasa nieleze, kwa sababu sijafika pale Soweto kwa hivi karibuni. Yeah? Kwanza, I just want to tell these good people, we have very wonderful people in Kenya. Watu ambao wanaishi pale Soweto, tuliongea na wao na tukawaeleza we want to change the houses for you, na wote wamejiandikisha. We've done phase 1, wameondoka. Phase 2 wameondoka. Phase 3 na 4 ndio tunapanga saa hizi, bila ya kuvunja nyumba ya mtu, bila ya mambo ya demolition, bila ya kuzumbua wananchi. That is the program that we have. Ndio sababu juzi wakati niliona kuna watu wameenda kubomolea watu pale Mukuru, nikawaambia wale wasimamishe na wawachane na hiyo ujinga. Mambo ya kubomolea mwananchi Kenya iliisha. Mambo ya kutumia nguvu iliisha. We have a way that we can work with Kenyans and make sure that they understand, and we give them alternative settlement as we develop our slum areas. And Stanley and your committees, you have been phenomenal. You have been great. Kwa sababu nyinyi ndio mnafanya na sisi kuongelesha wananchi waelewe na wajue ya kwamba wakiondoka pale, tukikamilisha nyumba, they will be the first beneficiaries. Mimi nataka nikuulize Bwana Mtuku, umetuongelesha mambo ya jua kali. Na nimezungumza na wanajua kali wengi. Zamani walikuwa wanapata kazi leo, kesho hawana, wanapata mjengo dirisha moja, siku hiyo ingine dirisha 2. Mimi nataka nikuulize, leo madirisha, tulikubaliana na Bwana Hinga ya kwamba hinges, madirisha, milango iwe standardized. Na tuhakikishe ya kwamba ni quality ambayo ni ya juu. Wewe unaweza kusema ya kwamba mumefikisha hiyo quality? Do you understand that now jua kali wanatengeneza standardized doors? Kwa sababu zamani tulikuwa tunafanya designer, kila door is different from the other one, every window is different from the other one. You understand that?
Yes. Okay, Your Excellency, huko chini kwetu kuna profession bodies. After jua kali tumetengeneza mlango, kuna wale wanakuja supervisors wanaiangalia, kuna architects wana make sure it is the right door ama windows ama staircase zile balustrade zile za kuonyeshana kuwa zimepitishwa kulingana na ile drawings, zimepitishwa kulingana na ile quality yenye ilikuwa imeandikwa, such that hatutaenda kufanya a short work yenye itahatarisha maisha za watu hapo usoni. So the quality yenye jua kali na deliver ni the best quality yenye iko approved under professional bodies. Yeah.
Nakumbuka the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Na nilikuambia hii Kibera, yeah, tutaibadilisha kutoka slum itakuwa estate.
Yes, in 10 years.
Yeah. Saa hizi umesema the first 800 iko tayari, yeah, na watu wanaishi. Yeah. 4,460 something, yeah, hapo Hinga, when is the estimated time for us to deliver? I saw some painting going on.
Yes, we are the first blocks zenye tulianza, finishes by April, it is done.
So by April, so tell your committee members, April, May, June, we will be handing over the other 4,000. And I also want to tell you, the other 15,000 housing units, we have already issued the contracts.
Yes, we have already awarded the contracts.
Yes.
And it's now, we just need to agree on the enumeration. As
Yes.
you said, ulio mambo ya kifo ulisema tuache.
Correct.
So we are negotiating, they are tough negotiators.
Yes.
But hatutakosana, and in the next coming weeks, wataondoka vizuri, and then we will start the construction.
Nikuulize Stanley, kwa sababu hata wewe ni mtu ambaye unatafuta nyumba pale.
Kabisa.
Ni kweli?
Kabisa, Your Excellency.
Unajua kwa mfano utakuwa unalipa pesa ngapi ndio uwe owner ya hiyo nyumba? Do you have an idea?
Yes, I have got an idea. Yeah, unajua sisi kwetu tulikuwa unajua the 10% yenye tulikuwa nalipa na yenye tunapeana the deposit ilikuwa bed sita tunapeana 60 as a 10%. That means that tunainunua 600. And then tulikuwa na one bedroom yenye tulikuwa tunaipeana na 100, saving a 10% ni 100, which means that in 1 million. And then tulikuwa na hiyo 1.5 yenye tunalipa 150 as a deposit. So hiyo tuko comfortable nayo sisi.
Na kila mwezi rent to own itakuwa kama pesa ngapi?
Unaona Your Excellency, kwetu kulingana na zile venye tulikuwa tumefundishwa na zile mahesabu, tulikuwa tumepewa a challenge na motivation pia. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa even if tumeambiwa to save 10%, we can surpass the 10% so that tukienda kwa mortgage ama ile rent to own yetu itakuwa chini. So saa hii uko na muscle, uko na nguvu kama kijana, uko na uwezo wa kusave pesa mingi. Juwezi jua hapo mbele family kikuwa kubwa, majukumu itakuzidi. So it's better uweke juu ya hiyo 10% ndio upate, kama huyu atasave exactly 10%, utapata mwisho wa mwezi akilipa 3,000 yake kwa mwisho wa mwezi, mimi ndakuwa nalipa 1,500 depending na ile pesa niliweka.
Sasa pale mbele ile nyumba watu wanaishi hapo Kibera, wanalipa kwa hii nyumba haina choo, haina maji, haina chochote, wanalipa kama pesa ngapi?
Your Excellency, saa hii nyumba huko ni 3,000. Ile ni ile nyumba yenye sasa yani the lowest saa hii unaweza pata Kibera ni saa hii ni 3,000. Na kulingana na saa hii kwanza venye tulirelocate watu zone B, bei ilipanda kwa sababu watu ni wengi, nyumba ni chache. Na unajua watu wa Kibera wetu Your Excellency ni watu wa miujiza sana. Wanaona wakajaribu kwenda mbali, ni kama hii nyumba ni kama watakuwa wanaona progress sana. Yes. So walikaribia hapo karibu ndio wakue bado ndio workers on site. Ndio pia wakifanya kwa site hiyo pesa wanapata itawasaidia the daily needs na bado itawasaidia kusave that 10% ya nyumba yao.
Okay.
So that's why wako hapo karibu.
So Stanley, ile nyumba mtu analipa kwa sasa ambayo ni nyumba ya mabati, yeah, haina barabara, haina stima, haina choo, haina chochote, ni 3,000. Yeah. Lakini atatoka hapo aende gorofa ya 14 aishi kwa nyumba yenye iko na maji, iko na stima, iko na bafu, yeah, iko na mambo hiyo yote, atakuwa analipa shilingi ngapi?
Hiyo 12,000 yetu.
It cannot be more transformative than that. That is what it is. And that is why many people cannot believe what we are telling them. Tukiambia mtu ya kwamba utalipa 3,000 to live in 11th floor of a modern building when they were living for the same 3,000 in a slum, it doesn't look real. But I want to tell you, go to Mukuru today. You will find real people. Almost 5,000 people today, they are living in those houses paying 3,900, what Stanley is saying here today. That is how transformation looks like. That is how you change a country. You can move people from a slum to a modern house if you provide leadership to all these people. The contractors are here, the suppliers are here, the engineers are here. Mumesikia, wacha niende kwa my friend David. David hapa, how has the affordable house or the construction industry in your opinion, how has it changed your business?
Well, Your Excellency, first I'll take you back to when you came to do groundbreaking at Soweto. You know, at that point, everyone was doubting this project. No one had a belief that this can be actualized. But I remember when I attended the groundbreaking, I listened to you and I saw a man with a mission. And when we sat down as a board, we decided we have to be intentional and we must support this program. And that is how we started supplying Soweto. We have been at the center of that project, and our steel has been consumed there. What happened, Your Excellency, and what people need to understand is everyone had just come out of the COVID hit. So all the businesses were suffering, people were being laid down, government was not doing infrastructure projects, then affordable housing came in. Affordable housing, from where I sit, has been in a space where it has brought back people to employment. We had reduced our workforce. Now our workforce has gone to almost 1,500 on permanent. We have within the supply chain another almost 3,000 people employed. Down chain, we have over 10,000 people who benefit from our factory production all the way to when Anthony is doing his steel. Around so many things. It works around me increasing my capacity from 200 tons a day to 300 tons a day. Me increasing my fleet from 20 to 60. That means I have to employ more drivers. That means I have to employ more ton boy. That means I have to employ more people to load the steel. I have to employ more people to offload the steel. And this goes down and trickles down to creating more business and more capacity. We have also been able to...
Just for numbers, in the last 2 years, or let's say 2.5 years, so what are the numbers? What are the numbers? You've increased your capacity from 2...
We have increased our capacity from, actually, we used to do an average of 6,000 tons a month. Now we have the capacity to do over 20,000 tons.
So from 6,000 to 20,000?
To 20,000, yes.
In terms of employees?
In terms of production.
Yes, no.
In terms of employees, we had reduced during COVID to almost half, but now we have increased by over 1,000 people employed. Okay? And that is directly employed. Now,
so you have another 1,000 people employed in just your company?
Yes.
And it's just one of the many?
Yes, and that is directly.
That's
indirectly, yeah. Because we have guys who do supplies, we have casuals who come in for the day labor, we have over 2,000 people.
Now working?
Yes.
Help me, you know, inform some of the people in leadership. One governor was telling his county, oh, we don't want the president to bring housing. We will build our own houses. We want him to bring industries so that we can hire more people.
Your Excellency, what I've learned actually in a span of 2 years is that talk is very cheap until you are on the ground. These people who talk like this are people who have not gone to the site. I've made it deliberate that I have to visit these sites and see what is happening. It's until you go to these sites and you see the number of people who have been employed, you see the number of mamamboga who are selling food, you see the amount of boda riders who are ferrying people to and from the sites. It's when you understand what is really happening. But when I sit at the comfort of my big office in the city of Nairobi, I can talk from an ignorant point of view and say that this is not what we need. But what I can ask them is very simple. Go to the ground. Let them go to the ground. Let them see what is actually happening.
Let me ask you a direct question. Is affordable housing creating jobs in industry?
It is creating quite a big percentage of jobs. I'll tell you right now, direct, personally, 50% of our supply goes to affordable housing. Yes.
And so you are employing people working in industries supplying affordable housing.
Exactly.
Now, there is also another allegation that was made by some of my competitors that for every steel that you supply, William Ruto gets a percentage. Please.
To be honest, I wish that was not the case because, again, we go back to people just speaking from an ignorant point of understanding. Your Excellency, let me explain to you how the entire ecosystem works. One thing you have said today is, watu lazima wajitume, all right? When this project started, we took it deliberate that we have to go and look for the contractors. You cannot sit and wait for the contractor to come to you. We have no laxity for that. The people who are saying, oh, chuma ni ya Ruto, simiti ni ya Ruto, are people who do not understand how marketing and how convincing works. If I don't go looking for Anthony, he has no time to come looking for me. I have to be the one initiating a conversation and asking Anthony, Anthony, the project you have in Karatina, between now, the point you get awarded and the time you get your advance, how can I assist you do some milestones? You see? But this is a conversation that has to be intentional. You have to be on the ground to understand it. So all these people who are saying these things, it's unfortunate, but the devil is a liar. Today they are being shamed.
Thank you very much. So let me ask you one more. Because we want to deal with the monster of corruption. In your business, in your association, and this also goes to Lillian, you know, because for us to succeed, we have to work with integrity. Has any of your members, starting with David here, has any of your members been subjected to harassment that for them to supply affordable housing with their steel or their cement, there must be a percentage, you know, to be given to P.S. Hinga or the minister, or William Ruto has sent somebody that they need a cut for them to supply affordable housing? Do you have any experience, David? Has it come to your company? Do you know any other company that has been subjected to touch? And finally, to Lillian, has any of your members, because we want to work transparently, if any of your members has complained that they have to bribe somebody for them to supply to any contractor in our affordable housing program, please help me. You know, let them step forward so that we can deal with corruption if it is there.
Your Excellency, that has not happened. Actually, the only harassment we have, especially in the steel industry, is supply timeline. Because the contractors want to deliver on time. So they have to harass you to make sure you deliver steel or be it cement on time. So corruption doesn't exist in this space, and that is one thing we have to give it to you as the leader of government, and also to the State Department for ensuring that there are no leaks and there are no gaps for such practices to be brought on board. And also, Your Excellency, at the end of the day, with the capping that we are getting from the PS on how the margin's so small, how much can you give? You cannot give. It's impossible.
Okay. So the margin is already too small to share with
the
other people.
margin is too small to even
tolerate. You don't have the luxury to share with other people.
It's too small to tolerate even the thought of having that discussion.
Lillian?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think integrity is one of the key issues that we stand for as we, engage with the manufacturers. And definitely, if there was any issue around corruption, bribery, we would have already raised this issue with yourself. This is something that, in fact, what he's talking about, the harassment that we are seeing is the PS calling us every day to tell us, what else can you supply as manufacturers? In fact, he threw it even to us and told us, start designing your own houses if you want us to make sure we mop up everything that is being produced in the country. So there's a move by the government to make sure that anything produced in industry is actually used in this affordable housing. But if it comes to any integrity issues, this is one of the projects we have not had until to date. Thank you.
Great. Let me ask one more thing, Lillian. The numbers. We have numbers that indicate that the construction industry is now significantly contributing to not just jobs, but to the whole industrialization process and to the growth of the economy. Is that reflected in your members' businesses, or these are just stories on paper?
Your Excellency, the good thing about the industry is that they become beneficiaries of any kind of economic movement in the country. And you can imagine now what is happening in the housing sector, that all the contractors now, and you've heard what he's talking about in China, before they go to China, because the costs are quite high, they actually ask the local industry first, can you supply this? And so this is actually trickling down. And every other time we are finding opportunities that are there to make sure that manufacturers are providing any kind of materials that need to be provided for this affordable housing. So we know that the indicators are going to show very soon, based on the numbers that we are all talking about here, on the completion of the work, completion of projects, we're actually going to see that money trickling in. So a lot of the industries are supplying either directly, but majority of the time they are supplying indirectly through this supply chain of contractors. So you can see how the economy is moving in terms of the impact of prompt payments that we are seeing. It actually trickles down, and within a year or two, we'll actually be able to see the impact of the housing sector on the manufacturing sector. And we continue to expand, we continue to provide the lists that we need to show the government that this is what we have locally. Please provide an opportunity to source this. Yes.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
2 years.
Yes.
Very good.
You will see the numbers.
My friend said, I was in Konza,
Yes, Excellency.
and I saw the new technology you have brought using aluminium. The construction industry is undergoing a revolution of sorts. We've heard from the women contractors who are saying they want to do more with labor, which is positive. We've moved to the next level of Mwangi here. Mwangi, right? Yes, Mwangi here, who says if he went that way, he wouldn't deliver on the project we have given him. He's doing more with the equipment, more equipment. And then we come to you. You're saying even equipment is not enough. We need to up the game and do new technologies.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, Excellency.
So the space around technology, what scope do you think we have? Are we just scratching the surface, or are we there?
We're just scratching the surface, Your Excellency. Construction is one of the oldest industries in the world, and is one of the least disrupted industries. Today, almost every industry is disrupted. Soon we'll have 3D printed houses and many other technologies which are coming about. And we can't be left behind as a country. With that, it does not mean that we will not hire labor. We will increase productivity. We will hire more people, do more per hour. The idea here is not to reduce the labor force, it's to upskill them, to improve their skills, take them to the next level. Like I gave you the example, on our sites now, we trained casual laborers to become aluminium formwork technicians. Before that, and we have upped their salary accordingly. And they stand above even a mason now, in a technology that is just coming to Kenya now. and we hope to spread the word. And it's not only for us, we encourage our fellow contractors. You know, given such opportunity of such large-scale construction, we have to think differently. The way you've thought differently about how to approach things, here we have to think differently to achieve the results we want to achieve. We've made significant investments, taken definitive action and intention, knowing that this program is successful, it's going to be successful, and we are putting all our eggs in this one basket because success favors the bold.
Thank you very much. So, the new technology does three things. Number one, it reduces cost.
Correct.
Number two, it creates more efficiency, which means you can do more with less time. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So we are basically increasing our productivity, just to use your own words.
Correct, sir.
And if we enhance our productivity, it means we can achieve what we could achieve in 5 years, we can bring it down to 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You just told me here that because of the new technology, you have reduced your time for curing from 21 days to 7.
Yes.
Which means you can deliver faster.
Yes, sir.
And you can do more.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And you can be more efficient.
That's
and
right.
it means you can, with the same number of people, you can do more. So it just helps us to be much more efficient.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And progressively become much more effective and also cost effective. We can then begin to reduce the costs. Is that right?
That's very right.
I am told by Hinga we are pressed for time, but we won't go until Mwangi speaks. Mwangi has said something phenomenal. He says he has the experience of working in America, and he now has the experience of working in Kenya. He has also told us that there are banks that could not open the door for him, but now they welcome him.
1 million, 200 million. A lot of my contractors, of course, they had to even get started a little bit because psychologically that is not something you're prepared, and none of us knew anything like this could be practical. So even the art of knowing how to manage that kind of money, it is becoming a new thing in Kenya. When we went for a meeting in Mombasa, we all agreed, the contractors, that it has to be intentional because you're now dealing with the big numbers, and all of a sudden, everybody's treating you differently. I have all kind of respect from Tononoka, who could not even let me carry their materials. They used to tell me that I have to pay cash. Now they're telling me, Engineer Tony, we will let you take materials, pay us after that. Contractors whose sites is maybe a little bit less in a day. So we have become very important, Your Excellency. All of a sudden, we are contractors who are highly regarded. Contractors used to be regarded as people who are corrupt. This time, we are not people who are corrupt, we are people who are working day and night. And also, when we go and tender at the state government, we don't even know what happens there. When I asked whether I can tender, I was told by my friend PS, just put in your tender and do very well, you will win. That time people didn't believe in affordable housing is going to take off. So we ended up tendering the 2 or 3 of us. They were skeptical that it's going to take off. Today, I have a lot of people coming to ask me, how can I get a job in affordable housing? And then I'm telling them, you go and tender. And they're asking me, who do I need to see? And then I tell them, go to the portal of affordable housing. You will get the tender that you want. You tender. Am I going to win? Nitatoa pesa ngapi? Ni percentage ni a job. So it is such a miraculous thing, and Your Excellency, all I can ask you kindly, don't give up. Don't leave it. Secure this so that we can do this for a long time. It feels good, Your Excellency. It feels great. Thank you.
My friend Mwangi, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
We have set our eyes on affordable housing
for the next 20, 25 years. You are a believer because you took a risk. When people thought this was a scam, this was the usual political rhetoric, this is the, people who want to win an election, they say all manner of things, but you believed in it. Today you are one among the biggest people who are carrying out construction in this space. We are looking at building dams. We are looking at rolling out the SGR. Probably next month we will begin the rollout of the SGR all the way to Uganda. This year we are starting the construction of a new airport. Okay. We've just finished Talanta. We've Bomas, the largest conference facility in our region, will be complete in April next year. Yes. April this year. And on and on and on. Do you believe that we can change this country in our lifetime? Do you believe that Kenya can move from where we are to a first world, having worked in America?
Your Excellency, when I moved back here to Kenya with my wife, we started working with roads, and then we went on somewhere, we ran out of money. As a matter of fact, we were conned by some of the business partners. We didn't know, we went through fire. And then my wife told me maybe we should move back to US. But I told her, if you want to go to US, you go back, but let me wait a little bit until the previous government came, they finished, and then you came over. Just after COVID, I also had a conversation with her, and you were about to move back. But then we took the risk, and the risk we took was like this, Your Excellency. Our calculations were like this. We go to US, and we start afresh again. Or we stay here in Kenya, and we take a chance. And we said, going to US is a higher risk than staying here in Kenya. And then, when you announced the affordable housing, we thought that taking the risk of going to affordable housing is like a 50-50. Going to America is 0. Kenya is 50-50. It may happen, it may not happen. But when we came there and the PS signed my contract, I took one day, I did not tell my wife that I had a contract. But the following morning when we were having breakfast, I told her, I want to tell you something. And she said, what? We have a contract of 1.6 billion and it's at Thika. She jumped and she was very excited. But they asked me, but that is government. Are they going? At least kabla ipigwe ishe, zile pesa zitakuwa tutalipwa. So that is the process of my taking risk. So, Your Excellency, I am going to be next to you. Ukikanyanga moja, mimi nakufuata. Ukikanyanga moja, nakufa. Ukienda kwa barabara, I will be there. Because I know it's going to succeed. Ukienda airport, I will be there. And I will follow you because there were some people who used to make fun of the fact that you went everywhere opening projects and promising. But let them come and see what we have done. Let them come. I want to go with what I can now cash out, Your Excellency, and that's going to be you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you believe in this journey?
I believe in this journey 100%, and this one is 2-term, Your Excellency.
We will talk politics later. We are talking construction.
Thank you.
Chris, you have said something very fundamental about scale.
Yes.
You've given us some statistics. You've said we've been, our requirement for lifts has been 700 every year.
Yes.
700 lifts cannot sustain a manufacturing facility.
No.
Now we have gone from 700 to?
We are envisioning 58,200 lifts.
700 to 58,000
yes.
lifts. Now we have the requisite ingredients to have a lifts manufacturing company in Kenya. Is that correct?
Very correct.
And there is now a tender.
Yes.
Not for suppliers, for manufacturers. of lifts in Kenya. Is that correct?
That's very correct. It's not only lifts.
Yes.
We have 7 components.
Okay.
We have wastewater treatment plants. We have the LV boards, which the LV boards we already have manufacturers, but now we are upscaling it because we are at 2.5 million envisaged boards to be just for the affordable housing projects only. Then we have the sanitary ware, which we are talking upwards of 3 million fittings. Yes. So generator sets, which we had a conversation and PS hit me with reality that we need to, as much as we are pushing for the manufacturers, we need to first attract, because these are big items like the engines. And so for the generators, we're doing assembly, and the interest is phenomenal.
So in other words, you're saying, and tell me if that is correct, that affordable housing is pushing the agenda for manufacturing and for industrialization. Is that correct?
Definitely, definitely. With the tenders that have gone out, and even from the pre-bid interest alone, we are definitely going to have. They are going to be very busy registering new factories and manufacturers.
New manufacturers and new factories. So I think that is really what you're helping me preach to some people who are telling me, what is this about affordable housing? Affordable housing is much more than housing. It goes beyond even jobs. It goes all the way to manufacturing. Yes. And I think that is the message you're saying, Chris, or unless I'm
That is basically the message I'm saying. Affordable housing is not what everybody sees, brick and mortar. These interns that are here, they'll be on site. When the manufacturing comes, as part of the tendering we're doing, the key component of that tender is skill transfer. All these guys have to show us how they'll train the Kenyans. They have to partner with a local. Once they come, they have to train the locals on the manufacturing component. We envision that it will push our professionalism to levels that are not we had not envisioned when we were working. We have 2-3 projects. I'm busy with my supervision, with my projects that I'm supervising, but I still, right now, if you ask me any component in a lift, I know it. If you ask Gisheru any component and how it's done, how it's manufactured, they know it. These guys will be attached to our farms. They'll come experience how to break down the components. You don't see a lift and you just see a car, you come in and buttons. There's a lot of things around it. These skills will be transferred to the locals. We will have locals running their own lift manufacturing companies. We'll have Tony, in the next sitting, I'm sure, you'll have Tony who's telling you, I used to apply lifts, but now I manufacture lifts locally. And he'll be invited to sit in the boardroom with Tony again.
Yes. Finally, Mugo, you are one of our consultants.
Yes.
In the last 3 years, what has changed in your company in terms of the amount of work, the number of staff, and all the experience around it?
Okay, thank you for the question. But first of all, allow me to say profound thanks for considering increasing our fees with 0.5%. Thank you very much. Being the lead consultant, I'm at the apex, and I'm the one who is facing a lot of heat from the rest of the sub-consultants. Now, when we got on, first of all, for us, because we are far more very young professionals, we never used to imagine this contract in 2023. We had a workforce of 7 staff. So we were 2 registered architects. But sometimes, February last year, when we started looking at the quantum and the volume of work we were getting, we made a strategic decision because we realized there's no way we are going to deliver on this project if we continue being the way we are. So, first of all, we had to expand our space. We were on about 700 square feet. Right now, we are on 3,000 square feet. Our workforce has grown as of today. The permanent staff in the office, we have about 21. We were 2 architects, now we are about 7 registered architects and a lot of interns and support staff. Now, in addition to the resident engineers we have on site, we are looking at about 25. Now, these are professionals, and they are not cheap because these are full professionals. So you can see the level at which most of the farms have grown in the country. And recently, we've also had an opportunity, as you keep on saying, to leverage on what we've learned for the last 3 years, and we've started expanding into the region. Second is the issue of transfer of technology. Because we are onboarding at a very high rate, it's almost a crash program. We've been very intentional on how we are training the architects and the interns who are coming so that we handle the issue of quality control on site, because primarily that is our work. So that has been very, very real to us because we've also been very intentional about it. I think for me, that is what I would say has been our experience. And about 75% of the workload in our office right now, it's affordable housing, and we are grateful for your confirmation that you are in this for a long haul. Thank you.
We are in it for a long haul.
Thank you. Yes, surely, we are now sure, yes.
Because I don't think the people of Kenya will allow any reckless politician to interfere with this program. I don't think so. Just looking at the numbers you have said, 7 registered, 7 professionals to 20 something.
21.
21. That is 300% increase.
Exactly.
You know?
That also includes our turnovers.
Let's not discuss the turnover. The taxman is listening. But all of us must pay our taxes, right?
Sure. Yes.
So, so your company has increased by about 300%.
Exactly.
Space from 700 square feet to 3,000.
Yes.
Employees from 7 to 21.
Yes.
And then you have now resident engineers and all the other people.
Now
not to mention the interns,
yes, yes.
And not to mention all the other people.
Exactly.
So there has been growth in your consulting firm.
100%.
Is that right?
Yes, yes.
So this is just affordable housing.
Yes.
We are moving now, just shortly, we will be moving to roads. Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, we will.
We will be moving to dams.
Yes.
Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the next horizon we are moving to.
Yes.
Beginning this year, by the way. So, mujipange. Sawa
Kabisa.
sawa. Will you pass on to your colleagues?
Yes, I will.
I know you have said it was good to increase your fees. But there was a small rider. I said
Interns.
you also consider a small stipend.
Yes, I
for
heard
this,
that. I heard
for-
that loudly. Yes,
So
yes,
you will
yes.
take care of that.
Yes, you will.
I am wapige makofi. So I think let's stop there. I could go on. This is one program I am very passionate about. I can have this conversation for a week, non-stop. But let's stop there.